light shines on, the Spirit helps me guide my way. I know this ain't just me. I walk strong, but this time I won't be afraid. I know this ain't just me. No, this ain't just me.
Hi everyone, welcome to Silver Arrow Tarot. This is Amanda, and we're going to be getting into it today. We're going to be asking a yes or a no question for you. And before I get into the reading, I just want to make sure I let everybody know I'm going to be announcing the giveaway of the tarot decks and the oracle decks that I'm offering in September. Okay, so stay tuned for that. I haven't forgotten about that. If you haven't seen that video yet, please go check that out and make your selection in the comment below, and make sure you're subscribed to my channel, and you are going to be able to win a chance to get a free deck. I have 3 decks to choose from, so go check that out. All right, guys. Please select your crystal, and we're going to be pulling cards for each pile. So Tiger's Eye is pile number 1. This lovely aqua green blue crystal, I think it might be Adventuring, is pile 2. Then we have red jasper for pile 3, and this beautiful white crystal for pile number 4. So go ahead and select your crystal, and I will see you in your pile. Welcome, pile 1. If you chose this Tiger's Eye crystal, this is going to be your message. So if you were drawn to Tiger's Eye, I do feel like Spirit is already telling me that your solar plexus chakra is involved in whatever question you're pondering at the moment. Self-esteem, self-confidence, self-worth, maybe something that needs some attention at this time. Tiger's Eye is also helpful for people who feel non-committal or confused, or are in need of, like, just having confidence in their choices. And so that's sort of like where I want to just start out the reading here. We're going to be looking at your cards and seeing what they have to say, all right? But I also did see a bright white light as I was tuning into this pile's energy. So I do feel like higher spiritual guidance is highlighted at this time, and I feel like you are being guided, and it's important to be listening to your own intuition, even, beyond me, beyond looking for answers. Spirit is probably going to be really directing you towards looking inward and finding those answers within yourself. But hopefully I'm here to help validate any feelings you're having. So let's take a look at your cards. I want to see what we've got. All right, so your first card here is the 2 of Swords, the Blind Seal. All right, so it does indicate decisions. It does indicate something that you are contemplating. Swords are a mental energy. So I do feel that you're probably up in your head about this decision or this situation. And, he's got these candles coming out of his eyes, and it says the Blind Seal. So it's a very interesting message. I do feel like it's almost like you're blinded you're blinded to the light. You're blinded to the way in which the universe is wanting to show you. I feel like there might be a split between what your mind is telling you to do and what your heart is telling you to do, because we do have the Queen of Cups here. And the Queen of Cups is all about intuition and emotion. But she is in control of her emotions, and she's mastered her emotions. She has this crown of crystals on her head. So, again, I think this is a nod to Spirit really wanting you to check in with your higher guidance, higher self. If you're uncertain about these things and you don't know how to connect to your higher self, then this is an opportunity to do so, to practice discernment and self-trust and listening to your higher guidance, and then acting on it and seeing how it plays out for you. So you can start to build a level of trust with that. All right, I am hearing undercommitted or overcommitted for some of you. So it's an interesting message, right? I feel like maybe some of you are overcommitting your energy to something, or undercommitting your energy to something, or you're contemplating this, how much energy to give to something, or commitment or loyalty to give to something or not. And some of you may be giving too much of yourself and needing to pull back, and some of you might be needing to step up. There's just so much around light in this message. We have the Four of Wands, the beaming vessel. And the Four of Wands in the traditional Rider-Waite does talk about commitment, stability. It is a four. Four is about stability and building something with someone, or building a foundation with someone. So, but you see that this turtle, again, is beaming light out of its arms and legs. So I really feel like you almost are getting bodily impulses, or Spirit is guiding you through your physical body. It's almost like you need to tune into that, because that's going to be your truth, and like what Spirit wants you to do, or your higher self wants you to do, or the universe is guiding you to do, and is going to be the highest for you. So really practice with that, please. And that's my advice, is to practice tuning into your body and listening. Does this feel like something I should be moving towards or away from? And you can even do like a body sway, or you can just feel into, ask yourself the question, what does it feel like? Pretend you're moving towards that thing. How does it feel in your body? Pretend you're moving away from that thing or that situation or that person. How does that feel in your body? Start to get in touch with that. Does it feel expansive? Does it feel constricting? Does it feel, anxiety producing? Do you feel good, happy emotions come up, or not so good, tense emotions come up, or sad emotions come up? Start to play with that, okay? The body intelligence is very under talked about and very underrated, but I feel like you must have a gift for it. The tiger's eye does suggest a very grounded person, or someone who has the potential to be very in touch with the earth and be very grounded in their energies. Your final card here is the Knight of Cups. All right. It says the brother of the wild. Now, I want to draw your attention to the fact that both of these animals are looking upward. She's looking up towards the stars. He's looking up towards spirit. All right, so they're really directing you to elevate your connection with the universe, with your higher self, with whatever you choose to believe in, higher powers, higher spiritual wisdom with regards to this situation. All right. And I feel like, again, it's pointing back to what I was saying about the body. Let yourself be wild. Let yourself be free. Give yourself opportunities. Okay? This makes me feel as though you're used to using your mind to solve things and be very logical, very practical, very not grounded, but like societally acceptable. It's time to start tapping into this more primal wisdom, and maybe looking a little bit crazy, maybe looking a little bit weird to the outside world, maybe looking a little bit odd, moving in unpredictable ways that don't make logical sense to anyone around you, maybe not even to yourself, but that's okay. Give yourself permission to move in the ways that your body's telling you to move. Move away from the people and the situations, the jobs, the relationships, the friends, the family, whatever it is. Move away from those things that don't feel good to your body. This is so important, okay? We don't give ourselves permission. Our ancient intelligence is there for us to tap into. We came from Mother Nature. We came from animals, and animals are so wise. They know who's good and who's bad. Why do people love dogs? It's like, oh, I know my dog, I trust my dog to let me know if this person's good or bad. Because we understand that. We understand that animals can sense people's energy. And we are animals. We are the same. We've just tuned out to it to become civilized. So trust yourself. Trust your inner knowing. Okay? Trust these impulses that you're having. I think you know the answer. I know this was a yes or no, but Spirit is guiding me to tell you this. Spirit is guiding me to tell you these messages, okay? This is part of your soul growth. This is part of your learning. This is part of a planned experience to help you grow and learn. And I'm just here to guide you along that path, okay? I love you so much. I'll see you again in the next one. Bye. Welcome, Pile 2, to your reading. So if you did choose this crystal, this will be your message. I do not 100% know what this crystal is, but it could be Larimar. It's definitely a calming crystal, soothing energy. So I feel like for you guys, part of your answer is in calming the mind and regaining a sense of balance and inner peace to bring clarity to your situation. This piece of crystal does have a lot of seeming inclusions to it. It seems kind of cloudy. There's not a lot of that blue-green. So I do feel like that's part of your message. All right. When I tuned into this pile, I heard all hope is lost. So I do feel like you guys feel a little bit hopeless about whatever you're asking about. And not that I believe that all hope is truly lost. I just think that Spirit is telling me that that's kind of where your mindset is, your state of mind is, and you're feeling not a lot of hopefulness about a positive outcome. And so that's something that you can consider, because mindset is important, and trying to come at things with a positive mindset, even if it doesn't work out, still ends you up in a better spot than if you just assume that everything's not working out. Trust me, I do this all the time, so no judgment. I tend to go for worst case scenario. It's just how I'm wired. Because we're trying to protect ourselves from disappointment, basically. So I feel you a lot. And the other thing that I'm hearing for this pile is I heard hula hoop. So we'll see how that sort of plays out, but I do feel like perhaps you do feel like you're doing a lot of gyrations to make this situation work. All right, let's look at your cards. The first card you have is the mask, L mask. And it says the hidden wolf. It's a little bit of a unpleasant image, but it gets the message across. So I do feel like there's some deception involved in this situation. Not everything or everyone is as it seems. But that being said, perhaps it is you that may not be showing your full self to the world, and no judgment there. We all wear masks. A lot of people who are codependent wear masks of people pleasing and seeking approval and validation, and kind of altering their personality to make sure that they are liked and included and feel like they belong. However, this sort of backfires and goes back to what that message was around the hula hoop, because we can end up feeling like we're doing a bunch of crazy dances for other people in our lives to meet their expectations of us, to gain their approval and their love. All the while, we're feeling like frauds. We're feeling drained because we're having to play a certain role, right? In order to maintain that connection and that love. And it can be quite exhausting. And it's never really giving us the sense of belonging that we're truly craving, because deep down we know that we are not acting in accordance with our truth. We have your second card here is the Three of Pentacles, the Three Wise Masters. And it did come out in reverse, so I'm going to take it that way. It does make me feel like, looking at this card, that you are seeking counsel, because there's this cat sitting in front of these three figures here. So for some of you, I feel that the people that you're around are not advising you well. So it goes back to that mask. Someone in your life, or some people in your life, may be wearing masks and not giving you the best advice and counsel. We also have the Ten of Swords. And what strikes me about this card the most is just this feeling of desolate isolation and kind of dead ends. And there's really no fertility to this land. No one's happy. It's pretty bleak. The tree is dead. There's, some birds that look like they've may have died, passed on. It's not a good look. It's not a pretty picture, as they say. So I do feel like for a lot of you, the situation has run its course, or these people in your life have there's no more to be gained by sticking around or continuing engaging with this situation or people. So it's definitely looking like for a lot of you this is a no. We have the Knight of Wands, the kind-hearted moose. And this is in reverse. So again, I just don't think that there's a lot of kindness. I think you're looking for milk in a hardware store, as they say. The kindness that you're looking for and really craving, compassion and love and connection and wisdom and collaboration, because this card can talk about collaboration and groups. It's not there. And your final card is the Two of Wands, the lightning struck antenna. And this came out in reverse as well. I feel that, this card reminds me of the Tower, because of the lightning. So this might be like a bit of a mini tower moment for you to wake you up and get you to change direction. Okay. It's ultimately for your good. All right. I know a lot of people don't like that, and at some points along your journey, saying, well, it was all for your highest good, doesn't feel good to hear, and can feel emotionally invalidating. But from higher, I'm giving you higher perspective and guidance. That's what I'm here to do. So I do feel like the dead end here is going to be a light bulb moment for you, and put you and set you on a path towards what you do truly want and desire and are looking for. And you may have been experiencing this unpleasantness, and you finally get fed up enough to say, you know what? No, I'm really looking for this kind of thing. I'm looking for this kind of feeling. Someone who cares about me, or a group of people who have my best interests at heart, or a job that feels fulfilling, and I feel valued, and I feel like I'm contributing, and whatever that is for you. This is a general reading. Universe is moving you towards that thing. Closed doors are just, God's divine protection. And maybe God is asking you, or the universe is asking you to consciously choose to close that door, because they want to see you make that choice for yourself and say, you know what, I deserve more. I'm worth more. So they're waiting for you to take that action step and close that door, so that this new, fresh experience can start to come in. All right, that's all I'm seeing for you guys. Please check me out on my Etsy shop. I have these paintings and others for sale, as well as personal readings and a lot more. So go check out my Etsy shop in the description box below. And if you did like this reading, please give it a like and go enter into the free giveaway. And it's about 1 or 2 videos back. Go enter that. I'll see you again soon. Bye. Welcome, pile 3, to your reading. All right, so we have this red jasper. If you chose that crystal, that this is going to be your reading. All right, so what I'm picking up for you guys right away, jasper is a crystal. If you're drawn to this crystal, then it's part of the message. So jasper is about determination. So I do feel like the spirit is asking you to continue to have determination, whatever the situation that you find yourself in. These are general readings, so I'd be here all day if I tried to cover everything. But in general, y'all need to keep your determination turned on. I'm also hearing that because it's a very supportive stone, so you might feel that you're running on empty. I do feel like this might point to the fact that you might be needing to ask for more help to keep going. All right. So let's take a look at your cards. We've got the Fool, the Eternal Vagabond, and it's this little mouse, and he is leaping into the unknown. It did come out in reverse, so I will keep that and honor that. I do feel like some of you have felt like you made a mistake, because I'm hearing oopsie. So something you guys have done, or a decision you made, or something feels at the moment like it was a huge mistake. And you shouldn't have done it. You do feel a bit of regret. 5 of Cups is a card of regret and spilt milk, right? Bit of a spilt milk feeling, like I shouldn't have done that. That was a mistake. Regret, disappointment. Okay. And then we have the 10 of Wands, the overburdened beetle. All right. So again, I feel like whatever you're going through feels overwhelming, feels stressful, and feels like it's too much for you to hold all by yourself. And that's why you're here. It's like, am I making the right decision? Did I choose the wrong path? Because I'm feeling stressed out. I'm feeling overwhelmed. I'm feeling like I can't do this. I want to nope out. And again, see, people misunderstand that these readings, I'm not here to tell you what to do. In fact, Spirit and I have sort of been talking about this, and I feel like it's really not for me to, influence your free will decisions, but I'm here to sort of describe and illuminate the situation for you so that you can make better choices for yourself. All right. And so if this is how you're feeling, hopefully this validates, first of all, hopefully this validates you. I do want to say, I don't think that Spirit is necessarily telling me here that it's ultimately going to be a mistake. I just think that for some of you, maybe not all of you, for some of you, you do need to, really, remove yourself or take a different path or something. The candle is doing something so weird. Do you see that? What is happening? I don't know. I've never seen the candle do that, okay? It's weird. All right, I don't know. I'm freaking out a little bit. I feel like there's something with the wick here. Anyway, distraction, squirrel. So for a lot of you, though, I feel like it's just a matter of you making adjustments to your situation to make it more manageable. And it's not necessarily that you made a bad choice or that it's wrong for you. I mean, we do have 2 upside down cards, but the reason why I'm couching the answer is because the bottom of the deck here is the Queen of Pentacles, which is very abundant and, successful person. So, like going back to the Jasper and its meaning of determination, I do feel like you can persevere through this with the correct mindset and with the correct help. Okay, so if you're trying to go it alone, stop doing that. Ask for help. This is not a solo journey. You might have started out that way, but it's time to start to adjust. Okay, it's time to start adjusting how you approach life. And so you don't feel like this beetle who's overwhelmed and stressed all the time and like it's too much for you. Okay, and put an end to this overwhelm and this stress. An additional message that just came through is that like some of you do this because you've been disappointed so much by other people in the past that you've, compensated by just saying, well, I'll just do it myself. I'll just do it myself and then I won't get disappointed. And then everything will work out because I'm not going to rely on people who, let me down. Well, they just weren't your people. They just weren't your people. All right. I think I'm going to leave it there. I know this one was a little short and sweet. Yeah. You do have 8 of Wands. So start communicating, start texting people, start writing emails, start getting out there and get the right help you need. Whatever situation you are in, you need more help. Okay? If you don't know about it, I have a free giveaway of Oracle decks. So go check out that video. All right, and write in the comment section below which deck you would like to enter and make sure you're subscribed. And I do have personal readings available. Go check out my Etsy shop. I have artwork. I have readings. So it's all good shit. It's all good stuff. I'll see you again soon. Bye. Welcome, pile 4, to your reading. If you did choose this white crystal, this will be your reading. I'm sorry about the I have like black wax all over my fingers right now because we had a major meltdown in pile 3. And I'm a little bit annoyed because the black wax stains this vinyl top that I bought. So a little... okay. Allowing that to be there. But anyway, if you guys did choose this white crystal, I would love to know exactly what it is. It's probably just like a white quartz. So I do feel like this pile is going to be a lot about accessing higher wisdom and clearing the crown, clearing the third eye. So So let's take a look. We're going to ask yes or no for pile 4. So before we get into your cards, I just want to mention that like the through line for everyone that I've read for is this message around trusting yourself. And I really want to stress that like looking for a strong, like a yes or a no answer from a tarot card, reader like myself. They're all fun, and I have nothing against that, and I've done those in the past. But what I'm really sort of evolving into is like, it's not really my job to tell you, and I don't want to take away your free will. And the universe wants you to come to these conclusions on your own, because those are the ones that are really going to stick. If I just tell you what to do, then you're not tapping into your own inner wisdom, right? So that in the future, you can make those decisions with confidence on your own. And like, so I'm here to confirm for you. I'm here to kind of illuminate the situation at hand, and then, help you get greater clarity so that you can make the choices on your own. And you can feel into what's right and wrong for you, and good and bad for you. So, we have the Heedful Mouse as your first card. And this is just so interesting to me, because he's looking upward. He's not paying attention to the snake. All right, so I do feel like this pile is a lot about fears. Okay, this is really important for this pile to look at your fears and start to assess whether they really make sense. And I would also really suggest that this pile looks into nervous system healing, because if you're not working on nervous system healing, all the spiritual stuff in the world, you can't tap into your body if you're not working on the nervous system. The nervous system, the autonomic nervous system, is fight, flight, freeze, and fawn or freeze, faint. So these are things that we are not actually in control of. Our body's going to do them without our conscious awareness. So it's really about becoming aware of when you're slipping into a freeze state, when you're slipping into a fawn state or a faint state, or a fight state. And these things can be very subtle, and most of us are tuning out to that. Most of us are not consciously aware when we're doing that. And then we can't make good decisions, right? That's what we're talking about here. Yes or no, should I, shouldn't I, good, bad. So we can't really access our intuition very well in fear mode. Fear is one of the lowest vibrations. So it's very hard to access higher vibrations of intuition, and even cognitive functioning is not really that available to us. Our frontal cortex is not that available to us when we have been triggered into a fear state, a freeze state, etc. So this mouse is called the Heedful Mouse. So he's worried. You can tell he's, it's very, doesn't look good. Don't look good at all. He's in this dark forest, and he's clearly worried about something happening to him. He might not even be paying attention to the right thing. He's looking up. He's not looking at the snake. The snake could eat him. Why is he not looking at the snake? Okay, so let's move on to the next card. Put this whole message together. We have the Eight of Cups, and this card is a little bit I would say, different than the other Eight of Cups, traditional Eight of Cups. It says the high door. And there is some like Hebrew writing on the staircase here. And I feel like this pile is always kind of my highly spiritual pile, my highly sensitive pile, empathic pile, psychic pile. And so you are on this path of really ascending to the higher states of consciousness and embodying higher states of consciousness on planet Earth in a body. Really truly believe that most of you that choose this pile are, on that journey, on that path. Right? And it's about discernment of what emotions are we focusing on? What are we paying attention to our body? Are we paying attention to how we feel? And then how do we deal with that? How do we process that? And how do we move forward? So you have the Sacred Fire card coming out, the rebirthing bonfire. So very much kind of a nod to the death card here. But this is kind of your journey, your spiritual journey. And the fire element is this cleansing element. It's purifying. So you're going through this purification process and learning how to purify your fears and then glean the actual deeper truth of the situation, not acting out of, a program or a default way of being, but choosing from free will and choosing from your higher self. And so you have the King of Swords, Father of the Night, as your final card here. And that is so really just fascinating to me because we started out with the little mouse, and the mouse in this card is caught by the owl. So he didn't get caught by the snake. He got caught by the owl. So for some of you, this message is coming through about like you might be paying attention to the wrong, you might be let's put it this way, you might be putting your attention or your focus on the wrong problem. Or you might be identifying something as a problem when it's really something else that's the problem. And maybe, for example, it's like you're putting the focus and attention on somebody else and failing to see or realize or recognize the problem might actually be best resolved by focusing on yourself or focusing in a different direction or identifying a different path. The King of Swords is very logical. In the reverse, they can be very cold. So, this is kind of a message around making sure that you are not detaching from your feelings and utilizing them. Maybe you have a habit of that. Maybe you have a habit of just totally going into a dissociative freeze state when you get triggered and fearful and overwhelmed and stressed out. And it's time to look at that pattern and start to implement practices that help you stay embodied and stay grounded and stay in your body and in your heart and connected to your heart so that you can make really good decisions. I really love that these cards are on the bottom of the deck, though, because you have the Six of Wands, which is the card of victory over challenges, and the High Priestess, which is the card of being connected to your intuition and being kind of a master at that, being really solid in your psychic wisdom and connected to your higher self and connected to the universe and connected to the signs and, signs including, not limited to, but including your body and what it's telling you. But we can't do that when we're in fear, right? So for an answer, I would say no, because I feel like right at this moment, fears might be overshadowing your intuition. However, this is, your opportunity to start to work on that and heal that and work on connecting to your inner core, center, ground. Work on your fear responses so that you can access your higher wisdom, because I do feel like this pile is quite good at that naturally. And we all are human. We all get triggered. We all have our trauma responses. So there's no shame in that, and there's nothing wrong with you because of that. You just, if you're here listening to this message, it's probably a no for you just because of the cards that are coming out. But that being said, I want you to trust yourself that you can get yourself to a space where you are able to discern very strongly yes or no's for yourself, and that you're going to be victorious eventually in decision making. All right. I love you guys so much. Do check out, if you haven't already, the video. I'm giving away free oracle decks. So go enter by commenting on the video and making sure that you're subscribed. I do have personal readings available on my Etsy shop as well as artwork. So go check those out, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.